years. Not when nearly every season or holiday brought visitors far and wide for town-hosted festivals or carnivals or motorcycle rallies. Strangers weren't odd around here. But the impact this one had on her was unusual. Or rather, the heat this one stirred inside her, like a sauna switched on high, was unusual. She studied the man, trying not to be too obvious. But hell, it was a Tuesday night, and besides them, only about 15 other people gathered at the tables, played pool, or bellied up to the bar. She couldn't exactly hide her fascination. And oh yes, she was indeed fascinated. His high fade had her fingers tingling with the need to comb through that thick, textured hair. A neat, full mustache and beard framed a wide mouth, the sensual lips appearing almost too lush. Her belly pulled tight below her navel, the ache sweet and painful. The longer she stared at that mouth, the sharper the ache. From this distance, she couldn't catch the color of his eyes, but the patrician slope of his nose, with its round, flared nostrils, and the bold, clean lines of his face declared his stark beauty from across the bar. Or maybe it was just her. Maybe she was the only one captivated by broad shoulders that stretched the soft-looking black sweater to its limits, mesmerized by the big, long-fingered hands wrapped around a short tumbler of amber alcohol, enraptured by the seemingly endless denim-encased legs that stretched out on either side of the bar stool, absurdly fascinated by the large feet planted on the dark tile floor. He was so huge. A low, heated thrum buzzed under her skin at the thought of just how he would completely surround a person, fill a person. Okay, her. Surround her. Fill her. She should really show some dignity and stop ogling him. It was rude at best, a little unnerving at worst. Any moment, she would stop staring. Honestly, any moment. Maddox approached the man with another glass and set it on the bar in front of him. Leaning forward, the bar owner said something to Big, bearded and sinful, most likely passing along that she'd pay for that drink. And she braced herself as those wide shoulders tensed, braced for the moment when he... Damn. Still couldn't see his eyes at this distance, with the bar's dim lighting, but the impact of his gaze slammed into her like a velvet sledgehammer. And no, she wasn't too proud to admit she might have gasped. Just a small one, though. Because, damn. Yes, she'd said that already, but it bore repeating. He cocked his head to the side and, whew, that little move was all kinds of sexy. Did he know it? Did he practice it in a mirror to achieve the perfect angle that said, "Have you gotten a good enough look at what you see?" But didn't veer into, "I'm a conceited asshole" territory. It was a careful balance, and he nailed it. Turning back to Maddox, he replied to the bar owner, then slid off the stool and walked toward her in what could only be described as a sensual display of power and beauty and motion. She tried to keep her gaze off the flex and stretch of all that muscle in his thick thighs, but good God, she was only human, and those thighs, though... Swallowing a sigh, along with another gulp of beer, she resisted, pressing the cool bottle to her cheek. Not that it would do anything for the heat pooling between her legs. Seriously, he had to know what that body and sensual, confident stride did to a woman who hadn't had sex in, 8 months, 3 weeks, and 4 days. But who's counting? "I believe the bartender said this was courtesy of you." She should have expected it. Everything about him was big, almost an exaggeration of beautiful, from the thick, tight coils of his hair to his smooth, dark brown skin to the broad, powerful frame. So yes, she should have expected his voice to be this deep, resonant timbre. It somehow agitated the ache he'd stirred while soothing something inside her she couldn't identify. Should have expected it, still wasn't ready. And even when he set the thick glass tumbler down on the bar top and settled on the stool next to her, she couldn't find her voice. It lodged in her throat, snared by surprise and lust.